The MOZA MTP Throttle and panel are in our studio, and it's time to go full speed ahead within DCS and explore what these new products have to offer. With a built-in vibration feedback system that combines perfectly with the AB9 force feedback base, my immersion levels just got expanded when flying my favorite DCS modules. It's a great time to be alive and fly in the virtual skies. So stick with us and let's see what was my experience with the MTP Throttle and panel by MOZA. Only here at How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti, and tonight we will talk about two new devices from MOZA that are tailored for our flight simulation needs, especially within DCS. I was very excited about the throttle panel ever since I've seen it in the promotional material by the company. The AB9 base, the yoke, and now this throttle panel are the answer from MOZA when it comes to flight simulation. I also know that somewhere in the future we can expect some pedals as well. I do hope they are thinking of force feedback for those ones too, but we will see. But tonight we will focus on the MTP Throttle and the MTLP panel. These devices come together and form a really nice throttle unit made with inspiration of the FA-18C HORNET. Now please know that these units are sold separately for now, so if you choose to have just the throttle or the panel, that is a possibility. The MTP Throttle came in the usual white and blue MOZA box. Tightly packed in a plastic foam cover, the unit looks gorgeous with an interesting design approach having metal-shaped sides. The same goes for the panel as well. Thanks to their choices, material-wise, the products look really good in any light. Not only that, but the MTP Throttle and the panel form a beautiful combination, and the result is a large throttle base with most important functions you need when up there in the virtual skies. The throttle has 28 programmable switches, easy to bind in DCS, and 3 axes, 2 for the left and right throttle, and 1 for that utility axis that I use for zoom. That one is quite small and suffers from the usual stretch requirement when using the FOV zoom function with it. The throttles have individual sensitivity adjustments using the dreaded Allen key for each side, and it features an adjustable detent system that I always keep simple with a cutoff detent from idle. The 2-finger lifts paddles are extremely satisfying to use, and the binding of the cutoff function comes out of the box, especially in DCS. The panel has 9 switches that give you a good choice of levers, buttons, and switches for particular functions with your aircraft. You can set up everything using the MOZA Cockpit app, where you got plenty of options when it comes to axis calibration, brightness level that can be tweaked manually or from DCS itself within your module. Nice! Please know that at the time of the video I am using a tester build, and I know from other MOZA devices the app is expanding bit by bit as the company shapes all the functions depending on our recommendations and user expectations. The cherry on the top is the vibration effect within the throttle grip. It's very cool to feel the engines as you push for more power and go in the afterburner, plus other effects like stall, overspeed, and even damage can be felt on the grip or any aerodynamic changes during your flight. Truth be said, this is where I was expecting more when MOZA launched their force feedback devices. Seeing that the base was quite massive and having the FA-18C HORNET design, something suggested we could be getting an auto throttle capable device. Sadly, that's not the case. For now. If MOZA finds it lucrative to offer something like this in a future model, I would love to see it in action. On the plus side, the buttons feel really good and quality is everywhere, from all the switches and dials. I really like the authentic HORNET parking brake lever, which can be set exactly like the real counterpart within DCS. It feels sturdy and very solid, could be metal though I need to confirm that with MOZA, and the selective jettison dial and the buttons are also very satisfying to operate. But on the less favorable side are the lights rotating dials. These are plasticky in feel, but that is to be expected. Same goes for the landing gear top and the hook lever. Speaking of that, the landing gear light can be programmed to flash while operating it. Same goes for the APU ready light. This type of function is based on telemetry from the sim itself. At the time of testing, I didn't manage to get it working, but will continue to test as the app development progresses. This time I chose to mount the unit on my desk together with the AB9 base, as most users are opting for this type of setup. Oh, and I wouldn't advise to just keep it on the desk. It definitely needs to be screwed in. MOZA also has a separate mounting plate that will come in handy with mounts and sim pits. Now, another thing I would like to say is that it would have been nice to see a low cover for the throttle levers, protecting the inner side of the base from dust and unwanted small objects that could fall in. But with that being said, all in all, MOZA did good with this throttle and panel unit, and it's definitely a good pair with the AB9 base. If anyone would ask me if I recommend it to a flight sim enthusiast, my answer would be yes, I do. The MOZA MTP Throttle retails at 359 euros, while the MTLP panel goes for 159 euros. Now, if you are in the market for such a base and want to support our channel, make sure to use our link so MOZA knows who helped you be informed with their products. And before we end our video, I would like to thank MOZA for sending us the products in good timing. The entire script and opinions were written by me, and there was no request from the company on certain aspects of our review. And with that being said, thank you all for watching until the end of our video. Many thanks to our Patreons for their continued support. And if you find the video informative, please leave us a like and subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest showcases and news from your favorite simulators and games. As always, I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.